Welcome back to the show, everyone. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for so many people: how to keep your finances steady or even earn a little extra cash while you're in the thick of a job search. It can be a really stressful time, right, Lily?
Oh, absolutely, Ruth. It's not just about the emotional toll of applying and interviewing, but the financial pressure can be immense. The bills don't stop just because your primary income source might have. It's a huge source of anxiety for so many, myself included, when I've been there.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people feel like they have to put their entire life on hold, financially speaking, while they're looking for that perfect next role. But that's just not realistic for most of us. We need to eat, pay rent, live.
Right. And it's not about finding a new full-time career replacement immediately. It's about bridging that gap, finding those smart, flexible ways to bring in some money without completely derailing your job search efforts. It's a delicate balance.
A delicate balance is a perfect way to put it. So where do we even begin? I mean, when you're feeling that pressure, it's easy to get overwhelmed and think there are no options. But there really are so many avenues, aren't there?
There really are. And I think the first step for anyone is to take a deep breath and look at what skills they already possess. What can you do that someone else might pay for, even on a short-term, project-by-project basis? Think about your previous work experience, hobbies, even things you just naturally help friends with.
That's such a good point. We often undervalue our own skills. Maybe you're great at writing, or you're a whiz with social media, or you can design basic graphics. These are all marketable skills in the freelance world. Websites like Upwork or Fiverr are fantastic for connecting people with those short-term projects.
Definitely. I've known so many people who've landed small writing gigs, transcription work, virtual assistant tasks, even data entry through those platforms. It might not be a huge paycheck for one project, but a few small gigs can really add up and keep the lights on.
And the beauty of those platforms is the flexibility. You can often set your own hours, pick and choose projects that fit into your schedule around interviews or job applications. It's not a rigid 9 to 5 commitment.
Exactly. Another big area that's really exploded, and it's perfect for job seekers, is the gig economy. Think about things like ride sharing, food delivery, or even task-based apps like TaskRabbit. If you have a car or even just some free time and a smartphone, you can literally turn on an app and start earning money within hours sometimes.
Oh, the gig economy is a lifesaver for so many. I've heard stories of people doing food delivery for a few hours in the morning before they start their job applications, or doing ride shares in the evenings. It's direct cash, often daily or weekly, which is huge when you're managing tight finances.
Yeah, and it doesn't require a resume or a lengthy hiring process. You sign up, get approved, and you're good to go. It's immediate income, which can really alleviate that urgent financial stress, allowing you to focus more clearly on your longer-term job search.
That's a key benefit. It's about reducing that immediate pressure. What about something a bit more hands-on, outside of the digital space? Not everyone wants to be staring at a screen all day, especially if their main job search involves a lot of screen time.
Absolutely. Think about local opportunities. Dog walking, pet sitting, babysitting, house cleaning, or even tutoring if you have a specific academic strength. These are services people always need, and often you can find clients through local social media groups, community boards, or just word of mouth.
Oh, absolutely. And for the tutoring part, platforms like Chegg or Schooly connect you with students online, so you don't even have to leave your house. It's leveraging existing knowledge you have and getting paid for it. It's a win-win.
Right. And let's not forget about selling things you already own but don't need anymore. Decluttering can be both therapeutic and profitable. Old clothes, electronics, furniture, list them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or local consignment shops. Every little bit helps, and it clears up space too.
That's a classic for a reason. One person's junk is another person's treasure, as they say, and it's a quick way to get some cash. I also think about leveraging unique skills or hobbies. Are you good at baking? Can you knit? Do you make custom cards? You could sell those things online or at local craft fairs.
Definitely. Etsy is a huge platform for that, or even just setting up a simple online store through Shopify. It takes a bit more effort to set up initially, but it can provide a consistent trickle of income if your products are good.
What about something like being a virtual assistant? I know that's grown so much. People need help managing their inboxes, scheduling, social media. It's perfect for someone with strong organizational skills.
Oh, absolutely, Ruth. Virtual assistant roles are gold mines for flexible work. Many small businesses or entrepreneurs can't afford a full-time assistant, but desperately need help with administrative tasks, social media management, email filtering, or even basic website updates. If you have good communication and organizational skills, you're set. You can find these roles on those same freelance platforms we mentioned, or even by just networking and letting people know you're available.
That's a great tip about networking. Often the best opportunities come from people you already know. Even a temporary administrative role at a friend's company or helping out a family member with their small business. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and let your network know you're looking for flexible work.
Yeah, people want to help, especially when they know you're in a bit of a bind. And sometimes these smaller gigs can even turn into something more substantial, or at least provide an excellent reference for your next full-time role.
Absolutely. It's all experience, right? And it shows initiative. I've also heard of people doing micro tasks like Amazon Mechanical Turk. It's not going to make you rich, but if you have some downtime, even waiting for an interview, you can chip away at those small tasks and earn a few dollars.
True, microtasks are definitely on the lower end of the income spectrum, but for very short bursts of time, it can add up. Think of it as finding change in your couch cushions, but digitally. Every dollar counts when you're watching your budget.
It really does. Now, a big question is, how do you balance these income-generating activities with your primary goal of finding a new job? You don't want to get so engrossed in freelancing that you forget to apply for the dream role.
That's such a crucial point, Ruth. Time management becomes paramount. I'd suggest setting clear boundaries, designate specific blocks of time each day or week for your job search, applying, networking, interview prep, and then set separate blocks for your side gigs. Treat them like appointments you can't miss.
I love that. Treat them like appointments. So maybe you do your job search from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., take a break, and then from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. you work on your freelance projects or do some gig work, or vice versa, depending on what works best for your energy levels.
Exactly. And be realistic about how much you can take on. Don't overcommit to side gigs if it means you're too exhausted or distracted to put your best foot forward in an interview. The goal is to alleviate financial pressure, not create more stress.
That's such a wise perspective. It's about sustainability. And also, don't be afraid to adjust. If you find a gig isn't working for you, or if a great job opportunity comes up that requires more of your attention, scale back on the temporary work.
Absolutely. And on the flip side, some of these temporary gigs can actually enhance your resume. If you're doing social media management for a local business, that's valuable experience you can add, especially if your job search is in a related field. It shows you're proactive and continuously developing skills.
Yes! Don't dismiss these as just filler. They demonstrate a lot about your work ethic, your adaptability, and your ability to manage multiple responsibilities. Plus, you might pick up new skills you didn't even realize you'd gain.
Totally. Think of it as a low-stakes way to explore new areas or hone existing talents. Maybe you find out you actually really enjoy graphic design after doing a few small projects, and that sparks a new interest for your career path down the road.
I think another important aspect is managing your mindset through all this. It can feel like a setback to be looking for temporary work when you're aiming for a career role, but it's really not.
It's all about framing it positively. You're not just taking any job, you're strategically managing your finances, staying active, and potentially building new skills or expanding your network during a transition period. That's smart and resourceful.
It really is, and it can take some of the pressure off, knowing you have some income coming in. That psychological relief can actually help you interview better, because you're not desperate, you're confident.
Exactly. Desperation rarely lands you the best job. When you're less stressed about immediate finances, you can evaluate opportunities more clearly and negotiate from a stronger position. You're empowered.
So to recap, start by assessing your skills, whether they're professional, technical, or even hobby-based. Then explore platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or local gig apps. Don't forget about selling unused items or leveraging local community needs.
And remember to manage your time wisely. Set clear boundaries between your job search and your income-generating activities. Most importantly, give yourself grace. This period is a marathon, not a sprint, and any income you bring in is a win.
Absolutely. It's about being proactive and resourceful during a challenging time. You've got this. Thanks for all these fantastic insights, Lily.
My pleasure, Ruth. And to everyone listening, don't let the job hunt define your financial situation. Take control, explore your options, and keep moving forward.
Fantastic advice. That's all for today's episode. We hope this has given you some practical steps and renewed confidence for your journey. Until next time, take care.